Alright, check, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2. I think we are good to go? Question mark. Sound checking. Now it's time to do, I guess, camera checking. Cool. Okay. Just gotta put this other shirty on over. Because, you know, why the fuck not? Alright, hopefully the volume on the music is good. I might have to turn it down just a tad bit more. I think that might be good. Yeah. My main concern is making sure that like we sound good when I'm looking at my main monitor, like at the map and the character sheet and my PDFs. Because like I know it sounds okay when I look at chat and OBS, but you know, these are different speaking directions. Anyway, I'm just rambling at this point. Don't know if anyone's here yet, but if you are, hi, hey, hello, welcome. As the stream says, this is Mörk solo episode 1. We had our episode 0 a while back, and that was just like a funnel to run through stuff and make sure that, you know, we established everything as should be. Also, I have 5 minutes left on my timer for my French press. This is going to be a staple of these streams and I guess VODs. I'm also going to start with some French press, you know, time it, and off we go to the races. And then when the timer's over, I'll go ahead and serve me my first cup. Ideally, I want to serve myself the first cup once we're ready to like jump in, you know. So I'm just mostly waiting for this timer, so like 5 more minutes. But yeah. Let's see. We're using the same stuff as last time, the base core rulebook for Mörk. Then we have solitary defilement for, you know, solo procedures to get the game rolling. Let me make sure. Oh, light, wrong. Bop, there we go. We're using solitary defilement for the solo stuff, and we're using Feretory as well for some of the other solo stuff, or not solo stuff, but like add-on stuff, like traveling across the dying world and all that stuff. Some extra monsters. It also links up with solitary defilement, which is nice. So that's kind of where we're at. Using the same characters as last time. We got our 2 survivors. We got Six and Jezebel, who is Jezebel's number 4. We'll do a little run through of who they are in a second, I guess, whenever we're ready to hop in. But yeah, so it all seems great at the moment. Great. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, that's doing good. I'm just checking in on the stream qualities real quick. Okay, time for the other one. Cool. Okay. Okay. Both streams look good. Hopefully we're not tanking in quality. Doesn't seem like it at the moment. Oh, got a message from someone. Let's see. Okay. Then we got 1 minute and 30 seconds left on that. Kafif. Yeah. I got a little bit of ambient bullshittery with the music. I guess quick little thingies that we go over like last time. Give me 1 second. Got the link tree here for the Twitch, the YouTube. I haven't posted any. I posted one thing on the Instagram. It's not really necessarily important per se, but I want to post more things. This is just a little map I did for my Sunday's D&D group that I was really proud of making. And then we've got a bunch of little tokens for some characters and NPCs. So that's all I have on the Instagram at the moment, but I would like to post more, you know. Then of course we've got all the links to the Mörk Borg stuff that I'm using for this stream, so like the physical book link, the PDF, bare bones edition, you know, solitary defilement rules, fair Tory, funnel of grief, which we used last time, faces of a dying land is the tokens that I'm using. And we got all the links for the music, and over time I'll find more artists to add on. They're all Creative Commons, so it's free music. Some of them have some restrictions on the Creative Commons license. There goes my timer. Some of them have some restrictions on the Creative Commons license that are like, oh, you cannot use this for commercial purposes, which this is not a commercial purpose. And some of them are like, just use your music. Pushing down on that French press. There we go. Choose giant bro lads. First pour of the day. Quite literally the first pour of the day, because I don't drink coffee in the mornings anymore. I drink tea or just water with my breakfast, my brekkie. Okay, so now we can officially go over everything that has happened last time, and I can go ahead and jump into this for the next like 3 hours or some shit. So what happened last time is that we had 6 little adventurers. They were people from a far off land, and they had heard rumors of it's the end times. They had heard rumors of the undying lands that they could go to in order to save themselves from the end times. Now it turns out that the undying lands are actually the dying lands, and they're looking for salvation because they have a mark. Essentially, it's a way for me to explain them being able to use omens. They have a mark of the end times branded onto their bodies, and they're seeking refuge. You know, they don't want to go out and suffer like the rest of them. They want to survive and live, so they go here. They arrive. When they arrive, the Inquisition is waiting for the ship, and they notice that these people have the brand, so they take them as prisoners and torture them and toss them down the well, which is where the funnel of grief begins. They make their way through the funnel of grief with a bunch of other prisoners that were down there. They fight some, they survive, they slaughter some enemies. Many of them, most of the party ended up dying in the process due to either dumb decisions or one of them died because of a hemorrhage that they suffered. And we had 2 survivors in the end. We had a survivor that simply named himself Six, and we have a survivor who was our 4th character out of all 6. Her name is actually Jezebel, though, and 6 refuses to go by whatever their previous name might have been. They're like, you know, we were tricked into coming to these lands with false hope, and you know, I'm leaving my previous identity behind. And that is where they stand. And Jezebel, unfortunately, one of the people in this party, in this caravan, this group, was her husband, the person that died of a hemorrhage. So she had to bury her husband. They tried to get a good night's sleep, and they failed miserably at getting a good night's sleep. That's where we left off last time, basically. So, with that little exposition, that little rant, I guess it's time for me to hop us on over to the brutality of shit, you know? So let's see. Where are our characters? There's 6, and there's Jezebel. Oh, okay, that doesn't work. I was trying something. Anyway, okay, cool. So, it appears as though they have awakened somewhere unpleasant. And I guess I'll explain what I mean with that. Oh, I should also say, here, let's go ahead and jump into the main scene. It's still currently their first day out here, so I'm counting it as day 0. And they ended up rolling Psalm 1-2 in the process of, you know, them trying not to die. So Psalm 1-2 reads, "And the earth shall shake and be riven, and from the cracks shall rise a poisonous mist, and in 10 days it will shroud the world." So on day 10, shit's gonna get fucked. Real bad. They awaken at a location let's see, I'm trying to find it in the book. There we go. Okay, they awaken in what appears to be a very densely packed forest of pine trees and dying trees, and there's tombstones everywhere. And they don't know where they're at. We, of course, know it is Graventusk, but they do not know. And from this point, 6 says, "We must go onwards. We must find our way out of here into safety." So, the 8 cardinal directions: north, northeast, east, southeast, south, southwest, west, northwest. So we're going to roll a d8 and, you know, 1 blah 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 blah, to see which direction our party leader wants to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It says he wants to go south. So from here, we're going to transition over into the what are they? Why am I blanking on this? Territory traveling the Dying Lands rules. Okay, so let's see. From Graventusk down south. Okay. Let's see. D6 plus 6. Whoo! 12. 12. Okay. So, from here, what we do is... I'm going to use... Do I want an outline on this? Yeah, just in case. What font do we want? Yeah, we'll use this font. Actually, do I want this font? I don't think I want this font. We'll use... Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. So. It's going to be rough. This 12 is how long it's going to take them to travel. So, from here, the travel checklist. They should hopefully have food and water. We have to roll on the calendar of Necrubel daily. I'm doing D10 rolls. Let's see, what do they have? So, 6 has a water skin. No food. Damn. And Jezebel has 2 water skins and 3 days worth of food. Shit. That's rough. That's rough. So the first day along the road, let's see what happens. Okay, so at first, I guess the morning portion, they come across some filthy farmers. I probably should do one at a time. They come across some filthy farmers. They're filthy as in, like, you know, not clean, unclean, unbathed. They definitely are not, you know, in the best condition. Are the farmers friendly, though, is the important bit we need to figure out. Let's see. The farmers are very indifferent. They don't really have anything on them, and they don't really care for the party. So that will do nothing for them. From here, I think 6 would probably want to forage, since, you know, it's tough day out there. Tough day out there. Oh yeah, what are the roads like right now? We'll see. Currently, the road is... It used to be a trade road, which is, I guess, is why the farmers are along it. And it's been falling into disrepair. So, that's what's up with the road at the moment. Oh, what's the weather like? That's important, I would assume. Let's see. Wait. Whoa, was there a table for weather? There should be a table for weather somewhere. Oh, I see. You know what? I'll just do this real quick, ruling-wise, to keep it moving. 6. The weather, it started as a clear, chilly sky, and then it begins to slowly shift across the day and worsen. That's what seems to happen at the moment. It's kind of rough. As for foraging, 6 would like to forage, very much so. Gets a 5. Ends up finding a village. In his endeavors foraging. I guess Jezebel would also help him. She would also help. She ends up finding, ooh, let's see, 3 rations, and I guess since she already has some, she'll give 3 rations to our buddy 6 over here. So 3 days rations. Yeah, cool. Cool. So that's how they spend their first day. I guess they arrive at this village. And the village, it appears to be, from a distance, they notice that it's very quiet, but like you can kind of see and hear people walking around from a distance. Does 6 want to approach? I don't know if he would. Let's see. He's indifferent on the matter. Jezebel would like to approach. She would definitely like to. So, they approach the village, and quite quickly it turns out that the village is full of cannibals by the looks of it. The cannibals spot these people, and they immediately arm themselves and begin to like run at them from a distance. The party's probably gonna attempt their best to escape. So let's see. It's versus a 12. Yeah, so 6 has agility of +1. 6 was the lowest, 7. Okay, no. He fails. He fails pretty bad. And Jezebel, she partially succeeds, so they begin to catch up. And they try to return towards where they came from. They flee. They're trying to find their way back to the forests of Graventosk. And eventually, are they lucky? They end up losing their way. And these villagers, a couple of them still seem to be going after them. High pursuit. At this point, the evening's winding down. And let's see how many of them there are. There's 5. 5. This is disgusting. I guess this is going to be an encounter. We'll use this token for villagers. Yeah. So, this is where shit gets real. As they approach, I guess we should roll initiative, huh? And see who goes first. The party's overwhelmed though, which is rough. Okay. So 4 through 6 is what we need. Ooh, we do not go first. Alright. So the two at the back have crossbows by the looks of it. So they begin to fire off at these poor sacks of shit. Give me 1 second. Finding it real quick. Okay, there we go. So they're both going to try to fire at. I think they might. Let's see. 1, 2, 6, 3, 4. Jezebel, and then 5 and 6. Or no. And then 5 and 6 they split. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So 1 and 1. Okay. So first, this one fires away at 6. We got to do an agility versus 12. Partial success, so he's going to take half damage. The other one fires at Jezebel. Partial success, half damage. Yeah. So they both take half damage, and then their armor also, you know. So let's see. Okay, crossbow, D6 armor. 3, 2. So he only takes 1 at the moment. And then Jezebel, she has D2 armor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So 8. Down to 4. Down to 2. Yeah. Oh. Brutal. And after those are fired off, these 3, they got to figure out how they want to do this. This one, who do they want to attack? Who do they want to attack? Ooh. Yup. Next one. Yup. And this one, Jezebel. Okay. They're grouped up like this. This is how they're ganging up. So these two, they try to swing at it. They seem to be holding femurs. So, first one, let's see. +1. Ooh, nice. Okay, I'm gonna count that as beautiful crit. So what does happen when you crit a defense? Oh, we gain a free attack against them. Cool. And then this one. This one ends up hitting though. So the way we're gonna throw this around is first this. So you end up getting a free attack against them. So that's going to be as this one's kind of coming in to smack him with a femur. 6 ends up moving out of the way, and he he goes ahead and uses 9 violent signs, unknot the storm. That is what he's going to choose to do. So he's going to use a power. All right. Beautiful. So produces D2 lightning bolts, dealing D6 damage each. Let's see. Oh, no, wrong roll. So produces 2 of them. Whew. He slaughters this thing. Dead. Then this one comes in and slaps him with the femur. It's a little rough. The femur is a D4, okay? Minus D6, so 4. Ooh. I'm gonna use the cyborg's always take 1 damage rule. So 10. Oh, that's not supposed to be 1. That's supposed to be. I took 1 damage earlier. So 10, 9, 8, 8. He's at 8 right now. Yeah. Okay. And this one goes at Jezebel. Oh wait, no, I need to roll one more. My bad. Partial success, so she takes half damage. So he swings his femur. I'm gonna use a d6 for a d2. So that's 1, 4, 3. So she takes 3. So she's down to 6. She's down to 6 HP. She's definitely taking a beating here. I guess next, he's going to attempt to use his scroll again. Might as well. Might as well try and tries to target both of these. It is presence, test presence, +2 versus 12. Yeah, that's a pass. Oh, great pass. Amazing. So D2 lightning bolts, please. Yes, 2. D6 each. Highest one on screen is gonna hit here. Lowest one on screen hit here. Okay, so it deals 4 damage. And this one dealt 3. Nice, nice, nice. And Jezebel, I think she's got a scroll as well in powers. Yeah. Eyelid blinds the mind. She's gonna try to target both of these guys. She wants to go a little more passive, or pacifist, I should say. My bad. She succeeds with both, so it's great, easy. D4 creatures fall asleep. So it'd be up to 3, unless they succeed DR14 test. And it's just a straight roll, I think. They both fell. So they both fall asleep. Yeah. So now there's just these two to deal with. My bad. Alright, we'll go back to these two buffoons. I think they've got their pairings how they want. So this guy tries to... Well, actually, technically these 3 are down, so they need to do morale check. Yeah. I can't be skipping on them rules. Okay. So that first one is over. Second one is also over. So, first one surrenders, gets on his knees, begging for his life. Second one attempts to flee. Is 6 going to be merciful? Six doesn't care enough to waste his energy, so he lets this one flee. So as he flees into the evening, the setting, dying sun, his companion here is panicking and begging for his life. And these two, they're reasonable. They're willing to, you know, let him stick around. They tell this cannibal, because it turns out that, you know, it is a cannibal, that if it wants to live and stay with them and perhaps make a new life, it needs to act like it, you know. It needs to prove that it's trustworthy. And so the cannibal says that it's willing to prove it's trustworthy if it's left to live. And then these two kind of hold their weapons or their scrolls at it and tell it to loot its friends. So it goes and tries to loot its friends. as best as possible with the very little they have. They're all naked and bandaged up for the most part, basically. Let's give him a different token, though. Since he's not a creep now, he's part of the scum ranks. This one's fitting. Yeah. That's her little scummy friend, Cannibal. So, we're not going to stat out the Cannibal yet, unless it ends up, like, you know, sticking around, surviving for a long period of time, or decides to go with them long term. But, what is the Cannibal's name? We gotta figure that out real quick. Let's see. D6 is a 6, and the D8 is a 1. Name is Urm. U-R-M. Yeah. So, from here, party tells it that if he would like to cannibalize his friends, since they're going to just be left here to die otherwise, he may do so. How does Erm feel about this? 11. Erm says that he's willing to be helpful in order to do this, so he ends up carving out his friends as best as he can with his rotted, disgusting hands. And he ends up getting probably about 11 days worth of raw meat. Yeah. Now, Jezebel and Six are at a moral dilemma here. Do they eat what they know is human meat? Or do they not? This could be very tricky and challenging for them. Let's see. I think Six has been broken enough to the point where he's willing to be true scum, to like truly a scumbag, to, like, you know, get by if he has to. He says that he has to get by. Now Jezebel, she's probably more hesitant, especially because she just buried her husband, so I'm going to roll 3d6 and remove the highest. 5, 6. She does not want to. She's not going to eat raw meat. So what's going to happen here is, yeah, 6 is going to give her 3 days worth of rations. So. And 6 says that he's going to be in charge of the raw meat, carrying it around, preserving it, packaging it, you know, all that shit. Yeah. So at night, they gotta set up camp. They cook the meat. He cooks the meat to the best of his abilities. While Jezebel, you know, tries to not consume. So let's see, our camping rules. Where art thou? Where art thou? Camping. Sorry, flipping through the. Come on. Flipping through the PDF. There we go. So, cooks the meat, eats it. So also gives, you know, the cannibal some meat. So, now he has 9 days worth of raw meat, and Jezebel herself eats 1. So 5 days rations. Great. Let's see. Camping, rest, and catch a breath. Okay. Camping DR12. Is it just a straight roll? Oh, presence. Presence. So +2. 11. So it's a partial success for him. And for Jezebel, it is +1. Okay, 2. Okay, it's a partial success. So 2 partials. What happens here? Gain D4 HP. And if sleeping, restore 1 omen and 1 power and use 1 ration. Yeah, we already used the ration. Yeah, so it was a bit of a restless night. Let's see. 6 regains. 2, so he's back at full. Jezebel regains 1 only. That's rough. Oh yeah, how'd Erm do? Straight versus 12. Also about the same. Okay, he regains pretty much what he's lost for the most part. Then omens, let's see. Oh, I should really write down how many they get from their class. I should. So let me check that real quick. Jezebel's a esoteric hermit. 4 omen, D4 omens. So oh, that's so big. No, that doesn't fit there. Surprisingly. I guess I could combine the boxes. If need be. Oh, that's fine, actually. Yeah. Okay, cool. So. Omens, where are they? Oh, 1 omen and 1 power only. So. 2. I have to roll that later. Or, oh, I see. Strong hits do the reroll rule. Okay. So these are more static. Okay, I'm learning Solitary Defilement little by little. And then our Heretical Priest that we've got. D4 omens as well. Yeah. Yeah, no testing there for them today. Next, I guess the next day comes, right? Yeah, next day begins. So it is currently day 1. And now we must roll D10 for our... Okay, we're good. Midnight hits, nothing happens, no burning sensation. The following day sun rises, no new miseries. Checkmate. They wake up in the morning. They attempt to continue on their travels. see what is going on. Okay, whatever. That was weird. I'm getting some weird messages from... It's probably spam. So... I got a roll for the weather this morning. Got to see how that is doing. Let's see. I wish the weather table was in the rules reference at the back. Okay. Soup thicket mist. That makes sense. Soup thick mist. All right. So next, we already rolled for the calendar and Necrobell. We've been keeping track of food and water. Let's see. They're still going along the same, fucked up road. Today's events along the road. 7. The road eventually forks. And as they take this broken fork of road, it eventually leads to a monastery. It's beside the road. There's some chanting from within. You can see some smoke coming out of the windows, and you can kind of see silhouettes of people inside, dancing around and saying things. Let's see. Says that he doesn't care about this, As the chanting goes on, 6 thinks back to some nightmares he's been having. And some of the chanting sounds similar to these nightmares, and he realizes these are cultists of Necrobell. And he refuses to get close to it. And Jezebel, she also refuses to get close to it. So, they move onwards with their day. They continue their travels. And... let's see. Okay. They continue on with their travels. They decide to make camp at the end of the day. Let's see. How does it go for our little lad there? It's a presence. So it's a partial success. Or a weak success, I should say. For Jezebel, it is a weak success. And for it's also a weak success. We're still having a bit of trouble, kind of keeping at it. So, let's see. Where's our camp? Yeah. So, 6 doesn't regain any health. Jezebel regains 4 health, back to max, basically. Also regains an omen. And let's see. She's already at max, so she's not going to get more of that. Presence 2. Okay, he can gain more. Or, no. There we go. Okay. Let's see what else happens next. They cook, like always. So, Jezebel loses a ration. And the 2 pieces of raw meat are used up in the process of cooking. Okay. So, what is our little camp event that occurs, or nightly campsite events that cause them to not be able to rest. We shall see. A 10. I gotta roll 6. All of them dream of black stars imploding at the center of a dying cosmos, and it kind of keeps them up at night. It's a horrifying dream to process in your mind and to kind of live with the reality of what's going to happen, because presumably it is this is an event that is being foretold to them. That is how they perceive it. So, calendar of Necrobell time again. This is so exciting. A 9, okay. Nothing. Following day. 9 days left on the road. Oh, never mind. Okay. 9 days left on the road. They pack up their campsite things, and they prepare to undertake their journey all over again. It's been rough. It's been a rough day. Let's see. Let's see. All right, first we got to roll for our weather. So today's weather is an irritating drizzle. It's an irritating drizzle. So it's drizzling down, but it's kind of annoying them. Some they'd rather it be a softer rain, or perhaps even a harder rain, so it's not like in that weird middle ground that's uncomfortable. But they continue on. Today's events of the road. Ooh. They come across a party traveling. Heavily armed party of 2 mercenaries and 3 guards following them. They are very cautious about each other. Let's see how the party, how the opposing forces react passing by. Oh, this is bad. Our party just does not have a good time here. 6 notices there's something wrong with the 2 mercenaries, and he immediately tells the others to be very wary. Kind of pulls Ern in front of them like a meat shield. And at first, is Ern okay with this? Erm is not okay with this. Tries to pull away, but 6 gives him a chunk of raw meat to calm him down and, feed his cannibalistic urges. Oh, Erm. And all of a sudden, one of these mercenaries, let's see, is it one or both? Both of them, their faces split open in a disgusting way. Okay? And they like their faces down the middle, like they begin to bleed, and then their skin begins to tear, and you hear the cracking of bones, and then you just see their faces just and all their innards like essentially lash out, almost as if they were some sort of a I guess disgusting, grotesque beast is the best way to put it. Let's see. I'm trying to find these disgusting fucks. Where is it? Where is it? I need to take a look through this book a little more on my off time. Fine, this works out. Okay. So, both of them, let's see, who do they target? Okay, first one targets second one targets 6. So up front. Can you do it? Can you do it, my good time boy? Yup, you did it. Gets a free attack on the one charging at him. Slaps him around for let's see, 2 damage. I guess we gotta use our scum here. Or no, our creeps. Perfect. Yeah. 2 mercenaries in the back. What do I want to use for these mercenaries? Ooh, that's too big. Yeah. Cool. So, gets a free smackaroo on there. 2 damage. And this one charges at this lad. Okay. Partial. So, takes half damage and also, the armor. So, charges at him with, I want to say probably a flail. No, let's say a Zweihander. That's badass. Charge at him with a fucking Zweihander. Yeah. And let's see. 6. Okay, cool. Deals 4, 3, 2. 2 damage. Okay. So smacks him around a little bit with his Zweihander. Tries to take him down, but, fails to take down our glorious 6 over here. After that, these 3, let's see how they react to this disgusting bullshittery going on. First, this one, then this one, and this one. We'll see. This one's horrified at what's going on. Kind of moves this way, tries to get a vantage point. This guard seems to not know what is going on with him. The other one also joins him. And the last one also joins him. Damn, these dice are OP. They're kind of freaked out. And they're yelling at the party like, we don't know what's going on. And so, let's see. I guess for their turn, 3, 6. Goes here. Goes here. Goes here. That's how we're going to split them up. So these 2, these guards, they are less well armed. They have, I would say they probably have long swords, or just swords, So they start attacking this thing from behind. Both of them. Let's see. Okay, and thing I would say probably has. Okay, well I'll do the math in a second. They deal at 7. However, it does have armor, so from both hits, it absorbs some. Oh! So it only took 1 damage, or 2, 1 from each. Damn. And then it turns its attention towards them, enraged. Well, this one... Let's see, it was a D6, was it? Yeah. 5. 3. So it deals it 2 more. Okay. Next is our party. So, let's see. Doesn't have any armor. I just realized. I might actually have to, like, stat out after this encounter, if survives. Has, like, 6 health at the moment, by the way. We'll see if survives. It's been handy for a few days now. Just has the femur. So it asks, actually, you know, one of them is probably going to use their scroll first. I'll probably go with 6's 9 violet signs on Not the Storm at targeting both of these. As he fell. Presence. Partial success. So half damage, I'm going to say. D2 lightning bolts. Or I would say it's probably going to target one of them. What I'm going to say is partials target one. Full targets both targets. Dealing D6 damage to this one. And we also got to, do that. 5, and then the armor 4. So it's taken 6 damage so far. Jezebel. She uses Eyelid Blinds the Mind. That probably would have been the smartest idea first. So, but it's okay. We're learning. Ooh, gets both of them. Nice. D4 creatures fall asleep for 1 hour unless they succeed a DR14 test. So, but she gets both of them. Or up to D4, I should say. You know what? Yeah, both of those. Yeah, she ends up neutralizing them. And both of these lads, disgusted at what's going on, begin to, like, just stab it relentlessly and clobber it. Same with this guy. And is, like, very interested. Kind of wants some of the meat. It's like, oh, juicy meat. Does try to dig in? No. Realizes that, that meat is probably putrid after a few moments. Especially after, like, the fleshy shit. Like, no, this is bad for me, you know, I'll get a parasite. I hate the meat. I'll get a parasite. I don't want a parasite. That's having a moment, you know. And these guys, they're worried about what may happen. And you know, decides, oh my god, the armor has armor. Has armor? Oh, what else? What else it has? And he spots that it has a short sword, so it takes a short sword. It's like, short sword. So now he has a femur and a short sword. And these guys, let's see, his first one, how does he feel? He's angered at what has occurred here and says, fuck this shit. I'm out. Decides to leave. These other two joins him, pissed off. And this one, kind of indifferent about the situation, saddened at what happened, but also joins their ranks and leaves before anything else can happen. And they were looted from their money by the others before they left. But our party has survived another encounter, surprisingly. And now we'll build Erm. Let me duplicate that. Hide. Okay. So, Erm. Gotta go through the book stuff all over again now. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch scenes real quick to the desktop. Let's see. So Erm, we know that Erm has femur, which does D4, and a short sword, which does D4 as well. Erm has, let's see, D6 times 10 silvers, 100 silvers on them. Erm is probably like a gutterborn scum, I would say. Or, no, Fang Deserter or Gutterborn Scum? Probably Gutterborn Scum, because he's a cannibal. He's a disgusting fuck. Yeah. An ill star smiled upon your birth. Poverty, crime, and bad, blah, 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 blah. Begins with D6, 10 silver. Oh, so half of that. Yeah, my bad, my bad. D2 omens. So 2 omens. Yeah. Takes the armor as well. Which is, it's the same armor as a 6. What was it? Heavy armor. Oh no, 6 gives him light armor. But I guess he swaps it out for heavy, and they leave the light armor behind. Or no. The mercenaries, I don't think they'd have heavy armor. Yeah, let's just go with light armor. It makes the most narrative sense. Where is our armor? Armor. Oh, here we go. Light armor is D2. Let's go back to the Gutterborn Scum. Here we go. Abilities, 3d6 minus 2 for strength. And then stealthy. All present agility tests have their DR reduced by 2. Okay. Roll D6 on the weapon table and D2 on the armor table. No, we already gave him some weapons and armor that he's found and given. We're gonna roll D6 for, you know, his special, I guess. 2, filthy fingersmith. Your snaky little digits get into pockets and pick locks with DR8 agility test. Okay. And then I'm going to say he gets D3 lock picks to start with. Seems reasonable. So 2 lock picks. Okay. Bad birth. So what was? I guess this is all happening as a camp. and talk about their past. Ooh, this guy is just the worst version of Guts from Berserk. That's rough. That's so rough. Oh, Oh, Stupid, stinky little Erm. There we go. Okay. So, I guess now we gotta roll for his stats, other than strength. I should probably write this next thing down as well, down under. All presence and agility tests, have -2 DR. Come on. Stealthy. There we go. Cool. Just gotta make sure these are all good. Okay, cool. I think we're good. I think we are good. Cool. Now we roll on the rest of the stats, I guess. Where is it? Here we go. It's 3d6 in order. I'm not going to be swapping any at all. 15. 11. 11. Then 8 is -1. 15 is +2. 11 is 0. And 11, 0. Okay. Hit points. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh yeah, carrying capacity, strength -1. So carrying capacity is... Wait, it's not... I didn't leave it at that, did I? No. Okay. So carrying capacity is 7 for him. Presence plus D4. I guess we'll start him at max since he hasn't used anything, so just 4 powers. Let's see, let's see, let's see. What else, what else, what else? Oh yeah, HP. Toughness plus D8, so... yeah. Okay. Five. So I was doing him at 6 earlier, now he's at 5. That's rough. Stupid little guy. Stupid, ugly little guy. Stinky. Ugly stinky. That's what is. He's an ugly stinky. So yeah, now we have a party of 3. So, says, if you want me not to eat you at night, you will give me meat, or 10 silver. That is what tells the party. Oh, hey, how's it going? You were able to make it. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Athena. Just got back. I hope it all went well. I hope things are okay with your friend. But yeah, at the moment, the stream so far, Six and Jezebel, they had been camping in, you know, that forest called Graventosk. And they're making their way out. It's going to take them about 12 days to get to the... Or total. 12 days total to the next location. And, oh, by the way, 3 days have passed. I forgot. They encountered a village along the way full of cannibals. They didn't know, but then the cannibals spotted them and started chasing them. They ended up stopping most of them, and one of them ended up being spared and surrendered himself to them and decided to join them. They challenged it. They told it to take the flesh and meat from its fallen comrades to join them, and it did. It willingly took the flesh of its fallen comrades and took it with them. And they've been camping and going along the road the past few days. This cannibal's name is Then they eventually ran into a temple outside, and there's a lot of chanting. And they decided to skip it because Six recognized the chanting as prayers of a cult, the cult of Necrubel, the cult of the end times. So that's what happened. So they skipped the church. Then, just now, along their travels... by the way, this is 9. It's how many days are left. I'm basically ticking this down as the days pass. Then, today on their travels, they encountered a group of mercenaries and guards. And for some reason, the mercenaries... there was 2 mercenaries and 3 guards. The 2 mercenaries, something weird happened, and their faces just, like, split open. And they began to, like, attack everyone, and they slaughtered them. And the guards, they seemed to be okay, and the guards helped the party take out the mercenaries, and then the guards left. And at this point, since it's been 3 days on the road, decided to stay with the party, so I made him a character sheet. He's a gutter-born scum. His mother was hanged from a tree outside of a city called Galgenbeck, and baby fell from the corpse of his mother. That's what I rolled for his character. It's brutal. And he's a cannibal. And he told the party that he will stay with them as long as they give him human meat, or as long as they pay him 10 gold per day. If they fail to meet these conditions, he will betray them, and we'll see how severe the betrayal is. You know, betrayal could be something as simple as he just fucks off, or it could be something as severe as, like, he attempts to slaughter them in their sleep. We'll see. So, the day ends. The day has ended. They must now camp. So, let's do our little camping procedure. Using solitary defilement, everybody rolls 2d20 versus a 12. If they pass, a strong pass, they gain a lot of HP and other stuff. A weak pass, it's kind of like a restless night, and a fail, they get no sleep and something bad happens. So first is 6. It's going to be presence, so +2 to each die. D20, 2 of them. That becomes a 20. That becomes a 17. They both beat 12. So number 6 is fine. Number 6 is fine. Jezebel, presents +1. A 20. A 20 is amazing. She does fine. And now a 1. And a 12, a 13. So that's I'm gonna count that as a weak. So it's a little restless for So let's go back in order. Number 6. Yeah. Number 6, for that strong hit, he gains D6 HP, so a 6-sided die. HP. 6-sided die. He gains 4 HP. He has max of 10 though, so 8 plus 4 would be 12, so it passes. It goes to max, basically. And he regains omens based on his die, which is a D4, a 4-sided die. He gets 3 more, but you can only have a max of 4, so he's back at max. Jezebel, she's a strong one as well, so she's already at full HP. Her omens, she basically maxes out with a 4. So that is what happens at night for them. His stats, since I literally just made his character, he's fine. That's funny. That's pretty good. That's pretty funny. Yeah. Give me uno segundo, por favor. Having a weird thing going on here. Okay, there we go. Cool. So, has a bit of a restless night. It's okay, though. He does his best. Let's see why he had a restless night. Nightly campsite events. I gotta roll a 12-sided die to figure out why, according to the table for that. Rolled a 6. Off in the distance, believes he heard a wild beast. Perhaps it was some dire wolf or a wolverine or some big, crunchy, meaty, violent beast. And he lets the group know, and they simply relocate a little bit to make sure that they don't, have to deal with this beastie. And then they continue sleeping. So, that's one day down. Let's see. The next day begins. So, oh wait, I gotta keep track of food and water. They're running low on food. 6 is also partially a cannibal now, not exactly. Like, if you kill someone and he guts them for their meat, he'll eat the meat, but he won't actively seek that out. Jezebel refuses to eat meat. She refuses, which is fine, So, the calendar of Necrobell, every morning, we have to roll a d10, and if we roll a 1 for the calendar of Necrobell, we suffer a misery, right next to my webcam. Rolled a 5. We're still safe. It's day 4, and we've only had 1 misery from the start. Nothing bad happens. Oh, you know what? Since he joined the party, I'm going to say overnight, the brand that both of these have for the end times, the Omen brand, awakens with the scarred brand on the back of his hand. And then he kind of freaks out. He's like, oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I'm branded. They're going to hang me. And the other two are like, relax. We'll protect you. And they find some, like, bandages or something, and they, like, bandage up his hand to cover it up. So as long as he has his bandages on his hand, he'll be safe. And he's like, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Irma's a little weirdo. And he's like, yes, we'll be safe. Now we gotta figure out the weather for today. The table for the weather is a D12 to see what we get. We got a 1. It is a lifeless gray outside. It is dead silent. You can... There's no wind. You don't hear the trees moving. Whenever you hear some crunching, it's either underneath your feet or it's some animal nearby, perhaps. So they begin their weary travels on the road today. How does their day go? 6 is going to tell the 3 of them that they need to forage today since they're running low on food, that they're going to spend their day foraging. That's what they're going to do all day. So, a D6 for each of them for their foraging. First it's number 6. He got a 6. Finds a village along the way. Jezebel finds some rations. And finds... Or also, spots the village off in the distance. So let's figure out the rations. Rations are... It says D6 plus 1. So 3 plus 1, 4. Jezebel finds 4 rations. And she keeps 2 of them. And she hands the other lads 1. Or she hands... A 6 is essentially Erm's... takes care of Erm for him. Or... I'm gonna say 6 gives the 4 meat to Erm. Takes the 2 rations. He's trusting Erm. He's trusting Erm with his... He's like, you better not run off with that raw meat. And Erm's like, yes, I will not run off. Trust me. Jezebel feels kind of bad, so she gives 6 1 more ration. She doesn't want to be selfish, They've been through the thick of it. So they spend their whole day doing all of this, and they find this village after they're done, after they find the rations, and they approach it. The village, I gotta roll D6 on the table to figure out what's going on here. From a distance, they spot this village. There's no sounds coming from it. It is that a gray, dreary day with no sound or no wind, but they don't hear any carriages, they don't hear any people, they don't hear any horses or animals. And as they make their way through the village, they realize it's completely deserted. Completely. Nothing is going on in this village. And as they look around, let's see. 6 finds 3 days' rations. Jezebel finds 2 days' rations. And Erm finds nothing. They attempt to look for equipment. Let's see how that goes. 1 through 3 is nothing. 4 through 6, they find something. And basically the way I'm doing it is like, physically on screen, highest to lowest. The highest die is gonna be 6, the character. The middle one is gonna be Jezebel, and the last one's gonna be That's how I'm doing this. So he finds something. Jezebel finds, all three of them find something. Nice. Time to see what they find. Let's see. It says I gotta roll d4 for each of them. A 3 for 6. 6 finds a trinket. Jezebel finds a bit of silver. And finds a very useful item. So let's see what trinket is found. Where are my trinket tables? Don't tell me it's in the back of the book. It might be in the back of the book. I think it is. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Sorry. I'm looking for this. Nope, didn't find it there. Is it in... There we go. Found the table. I gotta roll 100-sided die. Oh, I messed up that roll. There we go. We rolled a 69. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It just happened naturally. A D100, or a 100-sided die, the way it works is you have two 10-sided dice. One that's a tens place, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, etc. And one that's a ones. The tens determines, tens. The ones determines the ones. So in the sense I wrote the 60, or I got 60, and then the other one I got 9. The way you get 100 is if you roll on the tens the 0, 0, and on the ones a 0. Yeah, that's what the 10 is for. So we got a 69. Let's see. The page in the book tells me he finds a bird-billed mask. Huh. Bird-billed mask. And he wears it. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Let me just show you with physical dice real quick. Yeah. Yeah, so you obviously have your own physical dice. If you roll the 0, 0 on the tens, usually most of the time it's just going to be like on the lower end. So if you like roll 0, 0 and a 2, that's 2 out of 100. If you roll 0, 0 and 6, that's 6 out of 100. Now if you roll 0, 0 and 0, 0, that's 100 out of 100. If you roll 0, 0 and 1, that's 1 out of 100, etc. So that's how you get from 1 to 100. And the 80 is, so you just rolled an 80. Yeah. That's how that works. That's how that works. And then let's see. Finds either a weapon or a scroll. I'm gonna roll d6 for this. 1 through 4 is a weapon. 5 through 6 is a scroll. Since scrolls are a little more rare. That's how we're gonna do it. A 6. Oh, he rolled a 2, so he found a weapon. Now I just gotta find the weapons table. Weapons, I have to roll d10. Just one d10. He rolled a 2. Finds a staff. Erm's like, yes, the staff. I can poke corpses with the staff. Yes, the staff. I like the staff. Little fucking creep. And he's like, that's my stuff. And 6 is like, that works for me. You're gonna be leading the way anyway. You know, you're gonna poke stuff ahead of us. And Erm's like, yes, I like poking stuff. And Jezebel's like, oh fuck, I'm stuck with these fucking weirdos. So they decide to camp at the village for the night. So it's gonna be 2d20 plus their presence versus a difficulty 12. So 12 or above, they succeed. So, well, first, you know, they eat their rations. So 6 eats a ration, has some water. Jezebel eats her ration. And Erm, did that by accident. Erm excitedly eats some raw meat. He's like, yes, it's raw meat. I'm not cooking it. Oh, yes. And he's like, fuck you, 6. You've made me eat cooked meat. Raw meat. And Erm is he's having a fucking gaff. He's having a time of his life. Yeah. So they actually get to rest fine since they're, you know, in buildings, even if they're abandoned. They have a roof over their head, so we don't have to roll to see how the camping goes. I'm not gonna roll the 2d20. However, there will be a nighttime event because there almost always is. So that's a d12 for the table. I guess I should probably just show real quick. I have all my documents here for stuff, and so like here we go. Nightly campsite events. It tells you what to roll, a d12. And then depending on what you roll. So like I rolled an 8. On the table it says a lurking coward steals an item from up to 3 PCs. DR14 presence test to notice. So that's how I'm doing those rolls. It sounds like your sister. I promise that was not intentional. I don't know what your sister sounds like. It's time for coffee. Real quick. Yes, coffee. The nectar of the gods. Okay, so it was an 8. A lurking coward steals an item from up to 3 PCs. D3 is a 3-sided die. The way we usually do that is we use a 6-sided die, a D6. 1 to 2 is a 1. 3 to 4 is a 2. And 5 to 6 is a 3. That's how a D3 usually works. So this is going to be a test run just to show you. 1, 2, 3, 4. So up to 2 of them. In that case. Now the reality, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They each get targeted, all 3 of them. Nice, nice, nice. So the Mörk Borg PDF is like for the rules and whatnot. I'm also using 2 more documents. They're unfortunately not free. But, you know, maybe I'll do a giveaway soon. I've been thinking about doing a giveaway maybe. But the other 2 documents I use is Solitary Defilement. It's basically rules for playing solo. So it tells you, it explains it all, and that's how I use like the camping stuff and whatnot. And I use another one called Ferratory, which is how I get other stuff like traveling and the checklist, like, roll for the weather in the Mörk Borg book. You know, every morning, roll for weather. And then, you know, what's the road like? Events that happen around the road every day, the foraging, the village, etc. So solitary defilement and feretory are like optional stuff for solo stuff to make it work, because usually these games are group games. So like I would be the game master or the DM, and I would have my players, and I would be doing all of this for them. But because I'm the GM and the player, you know, I'm like doing it all for me with solo rules. But I still use the core rules of the book, you know, for the tests and reactions and resting and all that stuff. So, yeah, so all of them get something stolen from them. Do they notice, though? Or, yeah, do they notice? Let's see. It's presence 14. So, 6 notices. Jezebel does not notice. And 11 plus 0. Does not notice. Let's see. I'm going to try to assign a die to this so I can roll randomly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They probably don't steal the armor since he's wearing it physically, or the mask since he's wearing it on his face, so it'll be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'll be a D10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Also, I gotta switch to my other scene. Yeah. So 1, 2. They steal how many rations? Let's see. They steal 2 rations. And 6 is pissed. Jezebel, what do they steal from her? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. They steal her rope. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So D10. 7. Okay, so that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, D3. They steal 2 of his raw meat. I don't know why. Yeah, take your time. Woo! So the crook. Does the crook get away with this? Because 6 noticed. Let's see. Versus 10. The crook gets away with it. But 6 wakes up in the middle of the night after getting robbed, and he's like, what the fuck? He's pissed off. Runs off. 6 alerts the party. Jezebel's like, well, could have been worse. And is like, no, my meat, I want my meat. Is big sad. Yeah, is very sad that his meat has been taken from him. Sipping on some coffee real quick. All right. So, all that happens. next morning, as they're resting. Let's see, already have 4, already full health. Presence 5, you're already maxed to there. 6. There we go. I love this music so much. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, you're good. So, 6 had some of his rations stolen. Jezebel had her rope stolen, and had some of his raw meat stolen. So is really sad. He's like, no, my raw meat, raw meat, I want raw meat. He's really mad. So today's gonna be a rough day for him. Also, how's the volume? The background volume, like the music, because I think it's good. I'm just double checking here. Cool. Next day hits. We gotta do a Calendar of Necrubel roll. So a D10. As long as we roll above a 1, we're fine. If we roll a 1, we get a misery. Woo! I'm surprised we haven't gotten any miseries. I might have to knock it down to a D8 instead of a D10. So it's day 5. And remember, our previous misery, Psalm 1-2, in the Mörk book on page 17, Psalm 1-2. And the earth shall shake and be riven, and from the cracks shall rise a poisonous mist. In 10 days it will shroud the world. So on day 10, there's going to be a poisonous mist. And it's going to make everything a living hell. We got 5 days left before that happens. Weather. I gotta roll D12. Today's weather is there's a piercing howling wind. In fact, the houses are so decrepit and abandoned, it feels like they're going to just break and shatter into a million pieces. So the party immediately gets up and gets on their way. So, let's see. Events by the road today. Gotta roll D20 for it. A 2. Nothing happens today. It's just the wind. The wind has spooked everything. It's such a violent wind. And I guess around day 5, the cracks are starting to show in the ground, and some of the poisonous gases kind of, it's not enough to hurt someone, but it's enough to be like putrid. And so, I guess everybody's like, perhaps some of the birds and squirrels and other wildlife has perished, or rats or mice, not rats, mice, gerbils, hamsters. Perhaps it's too much for their system, but humans are big enough to not be affected yet. Yeah, smog's disgusting. At this point, yeah, not rats. At this point, along the road, they notice that there's tracks, giant beast tracks, or perhaps savage monsters nearby. So they're a little concerned about what may be nearby. And 6 says, well, we gotta spend the day foraging again. He decides to forage alone. Eventually he ends up coming across this beast, this giant savage beast that has not been scared away by the wind. In fact, the beast looks like it's perhaps hungry. Let's see if it's noticed the party. A high roll is a yes, a low roll is a no. It has noticed the party. And it is enraged. It is very, very pissed off. Let me find some info on this beast. They do have food. This beast definitely seems hungry, but it also seems like very angered. The beast in question is, let's see. It has a mouthful of rotten meat hanging out of it. Its eyes are glowing a very bright yellow. It looks very, very... It looks like a man, like a grown man-sized boar. With, like, giant tusks and, you know, it also has curled, like, ram horns. But it has, like, the body of a boar. And the party tries to convince... Erm to give up his last bit of meat, and Erm's like, no, I don't want to. It's my meat. Let's see. A 7. Erm does not want to, and the party's like, God damn it, Erm, we're gonna die because of you. And so Jezebel, she says, I'll offer 2 rations. She offers them up, and the beast approaches and sniffs, and immediately tries to bite. Not the rations, but Jezebel's, like, head off. Jezebel has to roll an agility save versus 12. So it's 2d20 plus agility. She passes. She moves out of the way. The beast is angered. The party must fight the beast. So now we pull up disgusting behemoth. I know we used this one last time for the big baddie, but this beast is huge. We'll use it again, you know. The beast kind of looks like this, actually. Just imagine some, like, tusks, giant tusks sticking out of its mouth as well, you know. Yeah, and the beast is like... And, let's see. 6 prepares a scroll. Jezebel sits back with a crossbow, and she's like, God fucking damn it. And then, Erm is, dual-wielding a femur and a short bone. He's like, yes, it's time to kick some ass. He's like getting off to the idea of just destroying this beast, and the beast is like, so first Jezebel is going to attack from a distance. She's shooting, which is presence by the rules. Shooting presence versus a 12. So 2d20 plus 1. An 11 and a 7. She fails. She fails. So she ends up shooting the beast. I am using an optional rule that is even if you fail, or even if you roll low, all damage is always a minimum of 1. So she ends up shooting it with an arrow and deals 1 damage to it. This is just to, like, keep the... you know, tension going. So everyone's always taking damage. Erm swaps out for the staff, and he's like, yes, I can smack it from a distance, all the staff. And attempts to smack it. Strength, -1. A 16 and a 6. That's a partial. That's a weak hit. So, Let's see. I keep forgetting the weak hit rules for damage. Where is it? Are there any? There might not be any. I'll just say half damage. So, the beast's gonna take half damage. And it also has its armor. Its armor is a D4. So the staff is a D4. Erm rolls 4 damage, and then the beast reduces at 4. Oh no, half. First it's half. So 2 damage. Then the beast's armor. It negates its 0, but it's always taking at least 1. So it takes 1 damage. The beast is pissed off. Erm is like, stand back, beast. And then 6. 6 recites the scroll, 9 violet signs, unknot the storm. Does he fail his roll? It's presence, +2 versus 12. A 9 and a 21, so succeeds. Partial success, uses 1 power. Gonna deal half damage. Produces up to 2 lightning bolts, dealing 6 damage each. Produces both of them, 6 damage each. 6 becomes 3, 1 half down. It's just gonna be 1, so 3, 4 damage, and then the beast's armor subtracts. Damn, the beast only takes 1 damage. That's brutal. That's really brutal. Actually, 6 is gonna spend an omen to reroll the beast's armor. So spends 1 omen. Deals 1 more damage. That's nice. So instead of 1, it's okay. There we go. Deals 1 more damage. Because the armor was lowered. Now it's the beast's turn again. The beast kind of charges back and then throws itself at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. It runs past these 2 at Jezebel. These 2 are in the way, so they're gonna have to roll agility to move out of the way, or else they get like stampeded, stomped on. Partial, sorry, let me. Partial success takes half damage. +2. Full success because of that 20. So he moves out of the way easily. And then Jezebel. How does she do? Oh, great. She also moves out of the way. Oh, wait. He rolled a 20. Rolled a 20, which means that he gets a free attack. So he, like, moves out of the way. And I'm going to say he tries to jump on it. Sadly, our little man here, 6, gets, like... As he's moving, one of the tusks smashes the side of his head. So... and he has... What armor is he? Or not armor, 6. Okay, d6. So he rolls 7 damage and we reduce it by 4. So we take 3 damage. So 10, 9, 8, 7. 6 is dropped to the ground. Attempts to jump on the beast. Like, yes, I'm gonna carve this fucker. We're gonna do a strength to try to climb the beast that's rampaging. Gets thrown to the side onto the ground. And ends up taking a d6 damage from getting tossed violently. But then his armor kind of reduces it a bit. 2 damage. And then his armor absorbs 1 point, so takes 1 damage. 5, 4. Erm's tossed on the ground. The party, you know, is around here. And then Jezebel decides she wants to try to put the beast to sleep. That she believes that is a way to go. So she attempts to use her scroll. Eyelid blinds the mind. Presence +1. That's 9, 10, 14, 15. She succeeds. Partial success. The beast must roll against a 14 difficulty to stay awake. Oh, the beast succeeds and is enraged and charges at Jezebel before the others have a chance to react. Charges at her. She has to roll agility to avoid it, versus 12. She barely succeeds. This beast just stampedes all over her. And her armor is 2. 5. 2. Okay. She takes 3 damage. And the beast is on top of her. Is getting freaked out. He's like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? As the beast is focused on Jezebel, these two gang up from behind. 6 tells to dual wield the femur and the short sword, and starts like smacking away. So the way it's gonna work is that the second attack is gonna be a little harder than the first one. So the femur is normal. It's strength -1. So versus 12 -1, 15, 14, 7. Okay, partial. And the second one, instead of being a 12 difficulty, it's a 16 difficulty. 13, 12, 10. That's a bad fail. Terrible fail. So on the first one, smacks with the femur. Deals 2 damage to the beast. And on the second attack, ooh, let's see how bad his luck is with a sword. The sword breaks. The sword just shatters. It's basically useless. It deals 1 damage from now on. And the beast turns towards him and smacks him with his tusk. Please don't die on me, buddy. 3 and 2 armor. 3. Takes 2 damage. He's almost down. He's like, no, it hurts. And 6 attempts to use his scroll again. Presence, so +2. 9 and oh, he fails. He fails. So a thing that happens when you're using your powers and your magic and you fail, the rules are on page 34. So if you fail, the power doesn't work, you lose D2 HP and you become dizzy for the next hour. During this time, powers will always fail in the worst possible way. So 6 loses up to 2 HP. Yeah, he loses 2 HP. Just straight up, and he becomes dizzy. Jezebel tries her best to get up, and she's like, alright, we need to get out of here. So now she's going to try to run away. Agility versus 12. She fails miserably. She trips and falls in front of the beast. Attempts to save the day. He saves her. He saves her just as the beast stomps on her violently, and he crushes one of her body parts because of how bad the failure was. Let's see, broken bodies, 1d20. Broken bodies is page 40. As he stomps on her, as she's getting picked up and dragged, her other hand gets stomped on, and she loses her thumb and her index finger. Yeah. She's down to 1 HP, and she's suffering. She's like fading in and out of consciousness. She feels terrible. And Nerm's like, no, I will save you, Jezebel. 6. Does 6 run, or does he try to distract the beast? We'll see. What 6 does is he does his goddamn best to distract this beast. He's like, get out of here, you know, I'll keep this thing from like chasing y'all down. Oh, 6 is so stupid. He's trying to be a hero. He's trying his goddamn hardest to be a hero. So 6, he yells at the beast, yells obscenities. And he can't use his powers right now. All he has is a staff. This is rough. This is very rough. He grabs the staff and he attempts to like run up to the beast. And oh, he's got a +3 in strength. That's good. He attempts to like stab his staff into the beast's face. So let's see, +3, a 9, and a 21. The feelings beast are hurt. He succeeds pretty decently. He's gonna try to reroll one of those dice. He's gonna spend an omen to reroll the lower roll. So, nope, no better. Whatever. He smacks it with the staff as hard as possible. Uses an omen again to try to reroll that. Ooh, a 4. Nice. Deals 4 damage, but let's see the beast's armor. It's also a 4. The thick hide. Only reduces it by 1, so that's 3 damage. The beast is angered. And attempts to throw itself onto 6. So 6, let's see, the 6 dodge. +1 agility. Yeah, he dodges perfectly fine. No repercussions here. And as he's doing this, 6 thinks, I need to stab this beast. I'm going to break my staff. I'm gonna like break the end of it. So, broken pointed staff. For his turn, he attempts to like jump on top of the beast. That's gonna be an agility test. +1, 9, and ooh, he fails terribly. Terribly. The beast smacks him real hard. 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. He reduces 8 damage down to 3 damage, so now he's down to 2. And 6 is on the ground, coughing up blood. The beast is slowly approaching. Does 6 have anything? Does 6 have anything? Six grabs all three of his rations and throws them off to the side. He's desperate now. The beast. How does a beast react to the rations? Oh, the beast chases the rations. Chases them. And Six does his best to catch up to his friends. This was a fucking nightmare. Almost fucking died. Yeah. God damn, thank the fucking Lord. That was a rough day. That was a really rough day. They stopped for the day. And they tried to make camp the best they possibly can. So now we gotta go to our solitary defilement camping rules on page 6 of solitary defilement. Let's see. 6 has a rough time at camp. Jezebel, +1, a 16. Okay, she also has a rough time. And Erm's just chilling. He's like, I feel good. Yeah. Jezebel kindly offers 6 to one of her rations, and she eats the other one. Eats his last raw meat. He's kind of mad now. He's like, no, it's my last one. Let's see. Yeah. So since they had a week resting time and they sleep, 6 only regains 1 omen. So from 1 to 2 up to a 4. And 1 power. Let's see, D4, so 4 plus presence, 5, 6. Okay. Maximum of 6. Jezebel, same shtick. She has all of her omens. And powers 4, 5. Okay, she's at max. Has max omens, max powers. He's fine. What happens while they're camping tonight that kept them up at night? Oh, it's a quiet night. Apparently nothing happened. They just could not rest because of their injuries. Of course, it's hard. Yeah. Oh, wait, I forgot about their HP. They regain D6 HP. So he only gains 1, so he's at 3 out of 10. Jezebel regains 2, so she's at 3. And he got a strong roll, so he gains... Oh, no, I messed up. It was a weak hit. They gained D4, not a D6. Ignore me. Let me do that again. I fucked that up. He only gains 1. Jezebel gains 2 still. Gains a D6 since he was fine for the most part. He's back to max. Have they wrapped Jezebel's hand up? Yeah, I'm assuming that they do their best to like cast it. Is kind and he gives her the femur. And ties it to her hand. He's like, take this cast. There we go. The next day comes. It's day 6. Roll on the calendar of Nechrubel. If it's a 1, we get a misery. We still have not rolled a 1. I'm surprised. What do they do today? They're very worried about rations. So they're going to spend the day foraging along the roads. Wait, the weather. We need the weather real quick. Mörk Borg, core rulebook, at the front of the book, 10. It's an irritating drizzle going on. That's what's going on with them. Let's see, does want to help them? Because he's a cannibal. 8. Yeah, he kind of helps. He's like, I guess. So, the others, forage. Let's see. Or all 3 of them forage. 6 gets a 5. Finds the tracks of a savage beast. Presumably the one from yesterday. Jezebel also, finds the same tracks as him. And finds food and water. A d6 plus 1. Finds 5. He's like, it's not raw meat. It'll make me sick. But I guess I must take care of Master 6, for Master 6 is taking care of me. So he takes those. And that's what they've pretty much done for the most of the day. They decide to make camp once again. Let's see. 6 is presence, plus 2. He passes flying colors. Jezebel's a plus 1, I think. She fails miserably. And passes with flying colors. So, I'm going to take care of the other 2 first. 6 regains d6 HP. So, there we go. And he regains some omens. Back to max. Also regains power. Yeah. Back at max. Now Jezebel, this night, she's had a miserable night. Let's see what happens to her. Poor Jezebel. She's having a rough. She doesn't get any sleep at all. She doesn't gain any HP back at all. Or powers or omens or any of that. Let's see. Why did she have a bad night? The higher roll, 8. She's been having nightmares, very violent nightmares of that coward that stole their stuff a few days ago. Her nightmares are... She knows the world is dying and it's doomed, and her nightmares are about how she's afraid that they got away lucky this time that he only stole some stuff, but she's afraid that it could have been worse, and next time they are robbed at night, they could be killed. And so that's keeping her up at night. She's having a really tough time dealing with that. It bothers her a lot. She doesn't want to die, she wants to live to the end times for the sake of her husband. And just like that, a new day comes. Oh yeah, the rations and everything. Eats some rations. Since he's a cannibal, it might make him sick. We'll see. He has to make a toughness save versus 12. He's got a 0. Otherwise, he'll basically get food poisoning since he's a cannibal. Oh, he succeeded with flying colors. He stomachs it. He's like, disgusting, but okay. Yeah, that too. You're right about that. So, from here... Oh my god, Jezebel's fingers for a snack. I think she wouldn't have forgiven him if that happened. She would have been so pissed at him. She might even go as far as killing him. Next day comes. First thing is a calendar of Necrobel. Still nothing. Still nothing. Wait, I wrote the wrong thing there. Oh no, that is a 5. That looks like a backward 7. 3 more days before the poisonous gas starts, seeping out. Let's see what happens. Weather is next. Today's weather is lifeless gray once again. It looks like a quirky R. Kind of. Lifeless gray. Nothing. No wind, no nothing. They're losing hope in foraging, so they simply continue on for the day. They keep trekking forward. And today's road events is some farmers on their way to the market. How do the farmers greet the party? The farmers are very hostile. In fact, one of them notices the rough condition they're in and kind of has a... I forget what it's called. Like it's that thing that looks like a trident, but it's not a trident, obviously. But he's like, stand back, away, you foul scum. And the party's like, so it's a rough time. The party wanted to trade with the farmers, but yeah, pitchfork, thank you. Yeah, with a pitchfork. And the other farmer has like a torch and is like, trying to flinging it at them, and they're like, nah, we're fucking off. Yeah. So then the day, I worked on a farm for 2 years. Oh, damn. How was that? Day ends. Time to camp. Six passes. Jezebel. She has a rough time passing. And does not pass. He has a rough night. I guess Jezebel kept him up. So Jezebel splits the rations again between her and Six. Eats a ration, and that's probably what made him kind of sick tonight. He did not stomach it well. Six regains full health and max powers. Jezebel, she regains quite a bit. Part of my college course. It was fun sometimes when I was working with the animals, but the land work was miserable. Oh, I imagine it's tough work. Damn. Much respect. That must be tough. Smell terrible. Oof. Rough. So I'm gonna say is having a bad night because of the food, and he's like, no, I want my raw meat. Raw meat. I should have killed the farmers. Oh, bloody farmers, fresh meat. He's having a really bad time. And the nighttime comes. Calendar of Necrobel. Nothing happens. Still nothing happens. This is wild to me. I can't believe that nothing is happening. Day 8. 4 days until they arrive. Oh damn, that is tricky to deal with. That's really tricky to deal with. Oof. Is in a really bad mood today. He refuses to cooperate with the other two, and he's just gonna do his own thing. He lashes out at them a lot. Oh, day 78. Yeah, they've been around for 78 days. Absolutely. No. If they last that long, I'm gonna be so surprised. In the best way, but like, you know, it's just still like, whoa, that's a long time. Yeah, refuses to cooperate with him. He's like, no, you're not cannibals. You're not cannibals. I don't owe you anything. And the other two were like, fuck us, I guess. The poison's probably getting to his head now. He's like, really mad. So they probably, yeah, they need to give him some gold. He's like, no, 10 gold from both of you. Or else I leave you, I abandon you. And they both pay. Yeah, he's getting greedy now. There we go. He's like, fuck you, smooth skins. And today's event shall be they come across some ruins off in the distance. What appears to be maybe some sort of fort or a keep or a castle of some sort that stands out against the sky. It appears to be infested with crows flying around. And you can hear them from a distance. Since it's so dead silent, you can hear them from very far away. So let's see. How does 6 feel about approaching? 6 is like, no, we shouldn't. Jezebel says, I agree. And because refuses to cooperate, he's like, no, but they can have fresh meat. Meat, human flesh. Oh, I want to eat a pair of lungs so bad. And he begins to run off in that direction. And they chase after him. The crows. Hey, how's it going? Raid. Oh, man. How's it going, everyone? InfiniteMonkeyTales raided. Thank you. Hello, raiders. I'm doing some Mörk Borg solo play. By the way, if the messages in chat look a little weird, I'm using Restream to stream to YouTube and Twitch. So just a heads up with that. So just so if y'all see how the messages look a little weird, that's why. Thank you for the follow, Angie Pops. Yeah. All right. Hello, Mörk Borgers. That's a good one. That's a good one. Some old pirate, thank you for the follow. Would y'all like a recap on what's happened so far, or shall we just continue on with what's going on right now? What do y'all want? What do y'all prefer? Recap. You gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna switch scenes a little bit real quick just to show what's going on. So, this is my desktop view. I have my character sheets over here on this side. I'm using Google Sheets. I'm using Owlbear Rodeo for the map stuff. I have my PDFs here. I'll keep it as brief as possible. So I got, the Mörk rules. I'm using Solitary Defilement because I'm playing solo. And I'm also using Feretory because it has bonus stuff that tie into Solitary Defilement. So, quick recap. Started Session 0 last week with 6 characters, a party of 6. They were from far-off land, not from the Dying Lands, from far-off land, and they were branded with a mark of the end times, and they sought refuge for the end times. They had heard rumors of the Dying Lands, but they were called the Undying Lands, and they were like, oh, we can be safe. So they travel, they arrive at the Undying Lands, the Inquisition is there, checking everybody boarding off the ship, and they see the marks, and the Inquisition kidnaps them, tosses them down a well into a dungeon called the Funnel of Grief, and says, you guys are fucked. 4 of the party members are slaughtered in the dungeon, and 2 of them make it out. Technically 3 made it out, but the third one had a hemorrhage and died. They could not get medical help in time and died. The one that died happens to be one of our characters' husbands. And so our 2 survivors are 6. That's what he's going by. He's a heretical priest. And Jezebel, the 4th character, her husband died. And now they've been traveling. They awakened in Graventosk. That's where the dungeon was. And they began traveling. That was all of Session 0. Today's session, quite a few things have happened. But the most important bit is a few days in, they ran into a cannibal village. And 5 cannibals chased them down. 2 of them were slaughtered. No, 1 of them was slaughtered. 3 of them... No, sorry. 2 slaughtered. 2 were put to sleep, and the last one surrendered. And he offered his help. His name is Urm. U-R-M. And so we made a character for him. He's a gutter-born scum. And so he joins the party. He mostly eats raw meat. If he eats rations, he needs to make a toughness save to make sure he doesn't get food poisoning. And today, since he's out of rations and he got food poisoning last night, he's in a really bad mood. He refuses to cooperate with the party. He's really pissed. Right now on the road, right now, just as you all rated, they ran into some ruins off in the distance, perhaps a castle, perhaps a keep. And the other 2, Six and Jezebel, were like, we should not go. And is like, fuck you, I want some raw meat. There might be remains there. And so he runs off towards the castle. Yeah. So that's where we're at so far. I just rambled. I know I rambled. I apologize. I hope it was coherent. If it wasn't, I apologize. That's where we're at right now. So they're chasing down and a bunch of crows are flying around the castle. Yeah, no problem, pirate. Have you tried Pirate Borg, by the way? I've been taking a look at it. I haven't gotten it yet, but I haven't bought it yet. But I'm curious. I kind of want to check it out and try it just to try it. Oh yeah, their travels from Graventosk to where they're going are 12 days total. So far, they have 4 days left. It does look so good. It looks so good. Yeah, so we're on day 8 so far. We've only had 1 misery manifest, and the misery is on day 10. Poisonous gases will come. So runs off towards the castle. These 2 are trying to chase him down. And there's crows circling the castle. There is 13 crows. Unlucky number. Let's see how they react from the Mörk tables. 5. The crows are angry and they begin to fly en masse towards and these two are like, oh fuck. Also, chat does get some input on what happens here. You know, if you want characters to take specific actions, you know, I'll occasionally ask like, hey, what happens? And you know, you can tell me what y'all think. Is like, oh, I can eat the birds, I can eat the crows. And so the crows are flying at him and they all come down. Crows are meat. He does want raw meat at this point. He's going mad. The crows fly down in unison and begin to like pick away at him. Please ignore that restream message. It's just a random message that restream gives me. I don't know why. He needs to do an agility save. I'm gonna say versus a 14 because he's overwhelmed and he's in a bad mood. So +2. For those that don't know solitary defilement, instead of rolling 1d20, you're rolling 2d20, and each one is its own result. So like if they both pass the DR, you're good. If one fails, it's like a weak success with consequences, and if both fail, it's a fail. So I'm rolling 2d20 instead of 1. +2 on each, a 21 and an 8. So that's a partial. They begin to chase him, and he's like, ah! And they're trying to pick at him. I'm gonna say they only deal 1 damage, so he's down to 4. Yep. Strong hit, weak hit, fail. I love solitary defilement. It's working wonders. These two, they're like, oh fuck. Jezebel, she has a crossbow, so she's going to attempt to like just aim and shoot. So that's gonna be presence. It's gonna be versus 12. So +1. Yeah. Let's see. A 4 and a... Ooh, that's a natural 20. The way I'm doing is if I end up rolling a 20, it counts as a 20, you know. If I roll a 1, I just count it as a fail unless both dice fail. If both dice fail and I roll a 1, then it's a fumble. So she got one of those crows real good. She ends up actually like striking through a crow. Ends up hitting 3 total. So those 13 crows are reduced to 10. Let's see. Creeps. Let me throw a token out for... Oh, perfect. There we go. So there's 10 out of 13 left. She did great there. She did great there. Is there anything y'all think should be done? Any choices y'all think should be made? Is having a bad time getting picked at. Jezebel just shot 3 crows. Amazing. And 6 hasn't taken his turn yet. Yeah. So do y'all have any preferences on the actions that should be taken? 6 has, I believe the only weapon he has... Oh, well, he has a broken pointed staff. I guess that's not ranged, but it's like pokey. He has a scroll. 9 violet signs, unknot the storm. Produces D2 lightning bolts, dealing D6 damage each. So, you know, he could either stab at a distance or use that. Want to go down the rations route? I guess probably would do the rations thing since he doesn't like his rations. He tries to toss them. But then 6 probably uses a spell. So Does he throw one or both? Let's see. 1 through 3 is one, 4 through 6 is both. Oh, the scroll has been so good. This buffoon throws both of his rations away. Let's see how the birds react to rations. They charge at the rations. However, wanting to minimize risk, 6 is still going to use a scroll. So, presents versus 12, plus 2 presents, a 13 and a 19. Nice. How's my dice tray and owlbear transparent? Funny little trick, actually. So I have a scene in OBS that is just owlbear. And then I made another scene for the dice tray where I crop out everything that's not the dice. And I add a color filter. I forget the exact filter, but I filter out the gray. And then I slap that dice tray scene on top of my character sheet in OBS. And so I get this cool little transparent effect. That's how I do it. It's a bunch of nesting hacks, nesting scenes. I love it. I love it. It looks great. It's very low impact since you're only capturing one scene. I'm just capturing the whole owlbear scene and then using it in 2 different ways, you know. I know, I love it. I love it. I like messing with OBS a lot, so I do all kinds of silly, weird little things with it all the time, like that, or like my background image thing is 2 images, one static image, and then a yellow image moving behind, but like with texture on it, so it ends up looking like this, but it's just 2 images. Yeah. Oh, I need to upload the character sheet onto Google Drive for people to check out. Because I have a link to my drive, to a document with all my Mörk stuff. I'll upload that after stream. But yeah, so he strikes down some birds easily. I'm going to say he strikes down D4 birds, since that was a really strong hit, and also they're birds, you know, they're going to get hit. Plus 2, 3. Let's just say 3 birds. And that D6 damage is going to be more than enough to, you know, kill him, but whatever. Oh, yeah. Definitely. I'm going to say the birds are panicked at this point. So they're going to roll morale. Try to see what happens here. Yeah. The birds are freaked out. They're spooked. They begin to fly off. They only had a chance to peck out one of the rations, and 6 runs over and grabs it. He's greedy. He's like, fuck, rations. And he takes his rations. And they begin to chew out They're like, you fucking idiot, you almost got us killed. And Erm's like, no, I want meat. There are, what was it? 6 dead birds though. So Erm takes those dead birds. He takes as many as he can, which is let's see, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. He takes 3 dead birds. That is true. 3 of them are not raw. So, he only takes the 3 that are raw. And Jezebel and 6 still don't want to go to the castle keep structure, but is like, no, meat, I want meat. Also is like, oh, broken sword, I don't need a broken sword. And so he ditches his sword for a 4th crow. Or fourth. Yeah, it is a crow. Oh wait, no, there's not 4. There's only 3. I guess he'd probably keep short sword then. But he doesn't want it. Because it's broken. I don't know. What should he do? Should he take one of those cooked birds? Or should he just, like, not? Yeah. I think you make a good point there. So he probably drops his sword for meat. One cooked dead, or one cooked crow, I should just say. Yup, one cooked crow. There's still standards, yeah. He has to make a toughness save when he eats it, and he's like, oh, tonight, so I can have 3 days of glorious raw meat. Jezebel and 6 still don't want to go in there, but really wants to. So I think they're going to make a compromise. They're going to camp out here for the night, and the following day, they'll see how is feeling. If he's feeling up for it, they'll go into the fort or the keep, and if he's not, they're going to continue onwards. They're going to keep traveling. So, camping rules now. They all eat. Is going to eat his cooked crow first. So, toughness save versus 12. Oops, sorry. Partial pass. Has a bit of a rough time. His stomach feels upset. He's probably not going to be in a good mood tomorrow, so who knows, he might not. He is a needy child, absolutely. Jezebel eats her last ration, and 6 eats his last ration. Now it's time for the camping rules. So 2d12 versus, 2d20 versus dr12. So 6, let's see how his camping goes for the night. His camping, solitary defilement, it's plus presence. So he has a bit of a rough time. Is hungry, but he's also like, nah, I got raw meat. I can live. Jezebel, it's a +1. So she has a partial success. Yeah, a weak success. Weak pass. And he's having a rough time because of the food. I'm just gonna have him roll 1 die. +0. Good luck getting your dice. Remember, there's 7 of them in a set. Yeah. Athena's new to the tabletop RPG stuff. She just bought some dice the other day. So he's having a real bad night. He does not sleep. I'm gonna say that bird is kicking his ass. His stomach is rough. It's like, I guess it's like eating Taco Bell and getting like the most egregious thing on the menu for him. That's his experience. I still love Taco Bell. That's just me. No, wait, he could spend an omen. I'm dumb. He's gonna spend an omen to try to survive this. That's in vain. Nope, nothing. Bad. Terrible. Has a bad night. Does not sleep at all. The next day he is pissed as fuck. So day 9 arrives. So far I've been rolling d10 for miseries, and I haven't rolled a 1 yet. Should we keep doing d10, or should we size it down to a d8? What do y'all think? How on edge do y'all want to live? I kind of want to go for a d8, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Right on the edge. Damn right. So I guess D8. Anyone else have preferences? D8. Alright, damn right. Hi, Malnerva, thanks for the follow. Appreciate y'all. Let's see, do we roll a 1? Should we count that one since it got stuck on the edge? Or should we re-roll it? Like, part of me, in real life, when I roll dice, if my, like, as a GM, if they get stuck on an edge like that, and kind of do that weird thing, I'm like, ah, that's rough. Or if it happens to my players, I'm also like, that's rough, like, re-roll. But, do you have a preference there? I don't know. Fuck it. We rolled a 3 earlier, and this time we rolled a 2. We're so close to a misery, but the owlbear dice are like, no miseries. The owlbear dice are like, these characters are miserable enough. That's funny. Oh my fucking god. At this point, the air has like a purplish tint to it, very faint purplish tint, and you can kind of see the purplish tint kind of like rising up from the ground. You start noticing some cracks in the ground, and there's a lot of mist, and it's disgusting, and they feel it. Their lungs feel heavy. This is the poison that is setting in that will kick in full effect the following day. Now let's see how the weather is today. The weather is a 12 on the Mörk table. Grave-like cold. It is freezing out there. 6 has some heavy armor on. It's feeling really cold. Jezebel has some light armor, like some fur, so she's a little more comfortable. And is in the same boat. He's got like fur on, and he's like, yes, I'm comfortable. You missed a little bit. Not much. It's day 9. The poisonous mist is starting to set into their lungs, and they're starting to feel it. And we almost rolled a misery. Yeah. How do y'all think is feeling? Oh wait. I gotta do the HP stuff. 6 is at max omens. If he rolls for powers, he hits max anyway, so it's there. Jezebel, she rolls. Damn. She only gets 1. Her max powers is 5. And he got nothing, I think. He had a rough night, so nothing. Do y'all think being in a bad mood, possibly food poisoned, wants to still go to this heap? Or is he like, no, fuck it, let's leave, I'm hungry, I want raw meat. What do y'all think? We really do keep missing the miseries. I'm so excited for a misery to happen. I guess this is part of the excitement, like, you know, knowing it might fail. They are not sure. The crows seem to be attracted to it. The crows, like, headed back to the keep. They're still around. They're circling it. They're sitting there, camping there. So mayhaps it is inhabited. They seem to be staying for some reason. It's kind of strange. true. That does mean more meat in the keep. So, yeah, he's probably gonna be like, I wanna go. And the other two are like, well, we promised. Fuck us, right? And so they they go to this keep. And this is where shit gets real bad for them. Let's see. Perhaps real bad. So, they go to the keep. And when they arrive, or from a distance, they see a gate and two armed guards in front of it. And the armed guards kind of wave them down, and the party approaches. And the guards are like, oh, actually, let's roll the reaction. How would the guards react? Ooh, that's bad. The guards notice that one of his hands is bandaged up, and they have spears. They immediately point them at him and attempt to just stab him. They're like, this fucker's sick or something. They don't know that he has the mark of the end times for the omen underneath his bandages, but they see it and they think something's wrong with him because it's all like bloodied, and they try to stab him. Also, he smells like raw meat, and he's got like blood all over his mouth, and he's like, so they try to stab him. Let's see. +2, 13, and a 7. That's a partial. So they end up hitting him for half damage, I'm gonna say. Fuck. What is a spear? Spear's a D6? A D8? I think it's a D8. I'm gonna look it up real quick. If anybody knows, feel free to drop it in chat. It is... Where is it? We are all raw meat. You're not wrong. There is no... I don't think there's a spear. I'm not finding one, at least. Yeah, I guess not. You know what? I'll say D8. It's a D8. And he's got a D2 armor. Technically that ends up being a sum 0 because it's a 1 and then 1 armor. But I'm also using the every attack deals 1 damage minimum, so he takes 1. Ends up like grazing past his cheek. And he gets really mad, and the other two, 6 immediately pulls out his scroll and just tries to recite the 9 violet signs that unknot the storm. Immediately goes for that at the 2 guards. That's a partial success because that 12 plus 2, 2 is a 4. So let's see. Does he hit both of them? Yep, he hits both of them for D6 damage. And they have D6 armor. So let's see. 3 on one and 2 on the other. 3. Okay, then they negate almost all the damage. They take 1 damage. And they're kind of like shocked for a second. And then Jezebel does have the sleep one. You're right, I keep forgetting. With the lightning just crackling, some of the guards inside immediately come out and see what's going on. And they line up along the top of the, I guess, wall of the portcullis. How many guards? 4 guards up there. Jezebel sees them line up, and she immediately uses Eldritch Origin. Or no, sorry, that's her background. She uses Eyelid Blinds the Mind. Ooh, that's amazing. She passes beautifully. Flying colors. I'm gonna roll 2d4 and do the highest one since she did so well. 4. All 4 of them at the top fall asleep. One of them, as he falls asleep, falls over the edge and fucking falls on the ground in front of them. And the other 2 guards are freaked out. They're like, what the fuck? And then I'm gonna give them a morale just because so many of those went down. Morale check. 5. Or no, 3 and a... Wait, no, it's over their morale. Sorry. Yeah, they fail at this, these 2 guards. They don't try to flee or surrender, but they hold they grip their weapons tightly, and they're like, what do you want? They're kind of panicked. They're on edge right now. And does open his big stupid mouth? It does not. He says, I'm hungry, I'm sorry. And the other 2 are like, we just want food for our friend. That is all. And they were like, what's that on the back of his hand? And at this point, you start hearing some commotion within the keep. And the guards are pointing their spears at his hand. And he says, no, it's nothing. And they're like, it's bloody. What are you hiding under that? And how do you think the other 2 would respond to this? What do y'all think? What do y'all think's gonna happen here? Because I don't really know how Jezebel and 6 would respond to this. They do. So all 3 of these party members have the mark. In this game, I'm essentially using this mark of the end times to justify the fact that they use omens to like manipulate rolls. This mark is what gives them the omen ability, basically. That's how I'm doing it, like in lore. So they know about it. In fact, he got the mark by being with them for several days. I guess perhaps the old gods saw that they were together for so long and were like, we're marking this fucker. I guess given the fact that they're like near Galgenbeck and the Inquisition hates, all of this and calls them heretics and cultists, people hate. In this region, people hate the mark. Yeah. So they definitely will not reveal it. They're too afraid to reveal what's actually going on there, They don't want to lose their lives. I mean, there might be some common folk that feel bad for these people, but most of them, I think, would absolutely despise the mark. They'd be like, no, get away, heretics. Yeah. And they're just shy of Galgenbeck. They can probably see Galgenbeck off in the distance, I would assume, since it's such a giant city. That's fair. The guards say, if you each pay 50 gold, the 3 of you each will allow you to enter, but your friend there, and they're pointing their spears at Erm, they're like, your friend stays in the dungeon until you're ready to leave. And Erm is like, no, what did I do? What did I do? I did nothing wrong. I exist. Therefore I am. And Jezebel, she so far has shown throughout these past few roles and random events, she's shown to be kind-hearted. That is the impression I've gotten out of her character so far, and she's very against this idea. She's like, no, you can't do that. You know, that's wrong. And they're like, we'll keep him fed. And 6, he's been a little more of a hard ass. Like, he basically does what he has to do because he's lost hope. So I feel like 6 might want to go through with his plan. He might want to be like, you know, we'll just be there for a few hours and then we'll all leave together. And Erm is like, no, don't leave me. What do y'all think? I feel like 6 needs to try to persuade Jezebel. A persuasion is gonna be like a difficulty of 16 though, because Jezebel is like, I don't like this. Jezebel is very, very anti, you know, whatever's going on here. And Erm is also like, no, please don't leave me. Yeah, persuasion. So that's gonna be presence +2. Not natural 20, and then the 6. I'm gonna spend an omen to reroll that 6. Two becomes a 4. That's a weak hit. So that's like a partial pass. And Jezebel, what do y'all think that Jezebel would say? Like, there's got to be a compromise here. She's going to agree, but there's going to be a compromise. The compromise could be like, you know, you have to give Erm this or that, like to 6. You have to give him something, or maybe it could be like, I'm staying with Erm or to protect him or something. What do y'all think? Jezebel, even though this world is fucked up, she's a very kind, sweet lady. She is brave and she does what must be done, but she has a moral code, essentially. Very strong morals, especially after her husband died and she had to bury him. She saw him get clobbered almost to death and had to bury him, so she's very protective. Well, Erm has the 3 raw birds. Yeah. So he's fine on the meat. Yeah, so Jezebel says, you must imprison me as well then. I will not leave his side. He is our friend. And I simply do not trust him to be alone with people we do not know. And so the guards are like, oh, 2 prisoners? Even better. And so they agree. They're like, we'll take you both in. But everybody still has to pay 50 gold. Erm is down to... Ooh, no, let's see. 6 says, I feel bad for Erm. I don't want him to lose all his money. How about we each split, you know, his 50? So it's 75 each. And Jezebel's like, that's wonderful. So 75, 70, 10, 100, 90, 80, 70, 60. Okay. I'm bad at math. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so bad at math. And then 75, 85, 95. Okay. Erm does not spend a penny, and he's like, no, thank you. And he has the dead crows like strapped onto him, and they see the crows, and they're like, what's that about? Like the guards, and Erm is like, they're pets. They're my pets. Ignore them. And the guards are like, oh, what the fuck? So the party is taken in. Jezebel and Erm, you know, split off from him. And so 6, the guards that walk him say, Follow us. They're just sleeping. The birds are like, they literally have like rope tied around, their necks and are like hanging, just hanging, dangling, and he's like, they're sleeping. Yes. That's actually in character for him. He's like, they're sleeping. Oh man. The guards take them in. It appears to be a little keep, like it's hamlet size, so there's like less than 50 people total, or less than 70 people total within. So there's like some tiny little huts, and there's like a small little keep in the middle, and they take them all in to the keep, like the building itself, and the guards, they tie up, Erm's hands behind them and Jezebel's, and then two of the guards are holding spears at Six. And they bring them, essentially this room looks almost like a courtroom of sorts. And the guards say, stand trial and respect the Burgomeister. And Six is like, wait, what? Stand trial? What's going on here? And they say, all hail the Shadow King. And everybody salutes, and Six is like, what the fuck is going on? He's like panicking now because it's trial. Like, this isn't what they agreed on. He's like, you told us we'd be allowed in. What trial? And the king says, you all enter my domain. You start a ruckus. Don't think that I don't find out about this stuff. You were right outside the gate, and you caused a violent commotion. You stand trial, but I'm offering you a chance at life. You may accept and take the job, or you may deny and lose your lives here. And the room is like, no, I don't want to die. And Jezebel's like gently, like, patting his hair and head, and she's like, it's okay, we'll be fine. We'll do what's necessary. And the king says, take those two away. And they take and Jezebel away. And at this point, Jezebel gets a little nervous. And then all the guards push Six forward to the center, put him down on his knees, basically point spears, one like right here and one here. And he can like feel them digging in, and the blood's like, coming out. But they're not all the way in, they're just there for discomfort. They're dug in. And the Shadow King says, my one true heir, my son Alden, is missing. I believe my days are numbered, as are all of us, but he must see the end. He must see the glory of the world burning. I'm afraid I will not be around for it. Without heir, I'll be forced to hand my crown to my imbecile brother. I need you to get my son Alden back, discreetly. And wealth, life, and freedom will be yours. It's believed that my son has been imprisoned in an infamous underground locale, a place no free man would willingly go. The accursed den. The life of your friends are in your hands alone. Will you do this alone? Or will you perish here now and let your friends rot in the dungeon. Your brother has it. No, don't say that. No. Unless you have a third brother. Then I guess maybe. But no, don't talk about yourself like that. Nah. And so 6 says, if this is my chance at wealth in life, and my friends as well, I'll take it alone. And Alden says, rest for the night. Or not Alden, sorry, the Shadow King. Alden is a son. Shadow King says, rest for the night. Tomorrow, you are sent to the accursed den alone. Prepare a room for... And he kind of gestures at 6, and 6 is like, 6. My sire. My name is 6. And the king says, prepare a chamber for our warrior 6. And the spears leave. They pick him up and they take him and they isolate him in a dungeon room by himself. The door, as they're dragging him, they bring him to this chamber at the end of the hallway. It's got a stone, not a stone, sorry, a metallic door. It looks just like a slab of metal. No window, no nothing. The walls are obviously stone, and they open it. They throw him in there. There's no lights, nothing. And they close it and they lock it up. And at this point, 6 is like, oh, what the fuck am I gotten myself into? And he rests for the night. And for now, that's where we're gonna leave it. Next week, I do these streams weekly. This is the second one, but I'm gonna do it every Friday from 2 p.m. to roughly 6 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. Right now, it's 5:33 p.m. So just to give you like an idea of the time. So I know it, overlaps a little bit with the previous stream. InfiniteMonkeyTales, don't know if you're here, but if you are still, thank you. Thank you for the raid. That was cool. That was awesome. Appreciate you. Before we leave, we'll do the miseries roll with a d6. Nothing. Rolled a 6. Did you see that? I rolled a 6. Ridiculous. And now we do the end of stream stuff real quick before, it's officially over. The end of stream stuff. Stream looks funky there. My bad. The link, or here, I'll drop the command. I got a link tree that has all this stuff. All of you are watching on Twitch at the moment. I also stream it on YouTube, and I keep my VODs on Twitch, but also YouTube. The Instagram thing, you don't have to worry about that. I don't have anything on there right now, but I'll post more in the future. I just have a little map I drew for my D&D group. And my Mörk stream links. This is important for y'all. I links for everything I'm using. For the game, Solitary Defilement, Feretory. The Funnel of Grief was what I used last time. A funnel. My tokens are Faces of a Dying Land. It's free by Zordville. If anybody needs any Mörk tokens, they're great. I love them. You could also toss them a few bucks to support. The music, all my music is Creative Commons, so it's royalty free. You can use it for for non-commercial purposes. There's a list of them here. Like right now, Chronofago is playing. There's a lot of music by them in my playlist. Yeah, I just have their Bandcamp links. You can download their music, and you can always check at the bottom the license for it. My character sheet. I need to link that real quick. So whoever wants a copy of my character sheet can have one, and just do what you want with it. It should be this one. Let me review the share policy for it. Anyone with a link can view. So you can always make copies of it here. Let's see. Copy link. And I gotta insert it here somewhere. We don't need the funnel grief anymore since I used that last time, I guess. We don't need it right now. Here. I'm so bad at this. Here. Let's... There. Oh, it didn't link. Insert link. Oh, no. Insert link. There we go. And then we'll recolor it. So there's a character sheet for everybody, the template of it. So you can literally go to my Mörk Borg stream links character sheet, click it, and you can have your own copy. Feel free to use it. The sizing on it is specific, so it's on that small window size, but also all the character sheets I make for everything I do, because I do this for other games as well. All my character sheets are mobile friendly in terms of size. Let me show you real quick. It fits nicely on the phone screen. You can zoom in to adjust things, you know, or make it up close. Because I run games with my friends in IRL as well. And right now we're doing Cyborg on Wednesdays. And they use their phones for their character sheets. They use a Cyborg character sheet I made that's pretty much the same. But yeah, so my character sheets are mobile friendly. You don't have to do a lot of side scrolling. It's just scrolling up and down. Again, that's over on the Linktree Mörk Borg stream links. It's the character sheet. You can just make a copy and do as you wish with it. Free, of course. Yeah, it takes care of that. That takes care of that. The music. As I said, I'm using Owlbear Rodeo for all these shenanigans. I might do a YouTube video on like the scene nesting in OBS and doing the cool little dice effect, you know, that we do in the game, because this is one of my favorite things, you know. I love it. So I might do a YouTube video on that. I think it would actually be nice to do that. So look out for that in the next few weeks. Unrelated to Mörk Borg, but I don't know, you don't have to apologize. I mean, this is just a silly little entertainment thing, you know. I do it for free, do it for fun. You know, you're good. I appreciate everybody that watches. It's fun doing this. Unrelated to Mörk Borg, for those that are familiar with Into the Odd and Electric Bastion Land, I'm actually going to be releasing on Monday my first episode of a Electric Bastion Land podcast. It's a fictional podcast, like a radio show essentially, called the Fair Winds Broadcast. I'll post about that somewhere, I guess, once it's out. Or I'll probably do a stream on Monday and post the links, or it'll be on my Linktree or something. But that is going to happen. Do I have the thing? Is it this one or is it this one? I think it's this one. No, yeah, that's understandable. I mean, being there for friends is important, you know. IRL stuff is always important. And I respect that, you know. The Fair Winds Broadcast pilot episode. Yeah. So it's 6 minutes long. It's a little pilot episode. It's going to be released on Spotify Monday. So for those that don't know, Electric Bastion Land, I'm going to pivot real quick here. Into the Odd and Electric Bastion Land. It's like an industrial era tabletop RPG. That's set in like a weird industrial era. The art for it is amazing. I love it. It's all collagey. And so the podcast, the narrator named August Elaine basically talks about themselves and Bastion, the city, the only city that matters in the world, expeditions others go on, things that happen in the city. It's like a little fictional, dumb little thingy I'm doing. So that's that. That's going up on Monday. Wait, which one? This one? This whole book is full of amazing, beautiful art. But yeah, Mörk Borg streams every Friday, continuing the solo thing until the party either the blue one. Yeah. Streams are gonna happen every Friday until the party wipes out, until we get a TPK, or until the seventh misery happens. And then after that it's GG. And then we can probably pivot to another game for a while, and then Mörk Borg again, and like that. I want to do solo RPG streams every Friday at the same time. It's fun. I enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah, all the art in this book for Into the Odd is so good. I love it. It's also just weird. Really weird. I think this one's probably my favorite one. I love it. I love all the layers and the use of colors in the layers, along with, all of this. And there's this cool little effect where all this maths, it like overlaps on some stuff, but then it's like behind this layer of stuff, so it adds to the perspective even more. It's just little things like that make it so great. I also love the iron coral art. This is this gives me chills every time I see it. It gives me fucking chills. I love it. But yeah, that's what this is. Sometimes during the week, for those that are new here, welcome. I do random streams throughout the week where I play games. I mostly play games in like the old school D&D mentality of like or the OSR mentality of like survival and death being permanent and the world existing with or without you. So like I play Torchlight 2 on hardcore mode. I died in that. I play some Caves of Khud. I'm gonna start doing some Project Zomboid. Project Zomboid feels like the best like modern zombie survival OSR-ish feel. I love it. Probably some Darkest Dungeon. Just games in that vein that are great. That feel like the whole OSR thing. But yeah. With that being said, I appreciate y'all for being here. It was a fun stream. I must go and take care of real life stuff. But yeah, hopefully I can catch some of y'all, or as many of y'all as y'all want, next week on Friday for more Mörk Borg. The VOD will be on Twitch. It'll also be over on YouTube, so catch it wherever. Y'all have a good time. Take care. Feel free to message me about anything, really, if you want. And I'll see y'all next week. Thank you again, InfiniteMonkeyTales, for coming by. I'll try to catch one of your streams. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a follow so I can catch. And if any of the others of y'all also stream, I'll try my best to catch it. I'm following y'all. Yeah. All right. Take it easy. I had a lot of fun. I hope y'all had fun too.
thought I had it all together, but I was led astray the day you walked away. You were the clock that was ticking in my heart, changed my state